My name is Hillary. I'm a nurse, and I do have stage 4 lung cancer for about 6 years already. Um, so how I found out my cancer is it's just an accident. So I switched job and I went back to school to be a school nurse. I was already a nurse. So, but in order to be a school nurse, I have to go back to school to get my credential. And in the process of applying and getting chest x-ray, I found out that I have a lump in my lung on the right middle lobe. So basically, going through the biopsies, all the diagnosis process, and they found that I have cancer, which is called adenocarcinoma, the one that you also saw in the research earlier. So at first, they said that it was stage 1 because they only saw one lump. So the recommended therapy was to go through surgery and to get a few route of chemotherapy. So finally, I went in for surgery, and they did a lap scope. So they put cameras inside of my lungs, and they dig like 3 little holes. But when the camera went inside, they saw that.
Sorry, can you guys hear me?
What happened?
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Can you hear everything okay? Okay.
Yeah.
It has already spread everywhere. It's like white powders that speckles everywhere in the lungs, and including into the outer layer of the lungs. Into the pleural area, so it has metastasized. So basically, at that time, you cannot go and pick up little pieces of a cancer cell that spreads. It's too little, so they can only remove the big one and close me up, and leave the rest in there. And then they give me. Luckily, when they did the gene therapy, not gene therapy. Gene study, and I matched with their targeted therapy. So I've been taking my Tarceva, a targeted therapy, for the last 6 years. And then at the beginning, it was such a devastating diagnosis. And of course, it doesn't help that I had a small child. My daughter was only a year and a half. So it was devastating. But I did some research about cancer and people who survived cancer, and what they did. And I found the commons among them. Of course, you have to treat your body as a whole, physically and mentally. It's not just a disease that kills your body, it's also affects your mental state. So the one part that I did for my physical was to, change my diet. The reason why I changed my diet is not because I didn't have a good diet back then. I eat somewhat healthy, but I have to say I eat a little less green. So I add a lot more green to my diet. I did not eat. I have to say that I love fries, like oily stuff. So I cut that out. Also, by researching acidic and alkaline food chart, and I found the food that I eat commonly every day. So I just circle them and see the types of food that I eat. And a lot of them falls in the high acidic charts. And those that are left out, like all the greens and all the good stuff, they're in the alkaline state chart. So I'm starting to add in the alkalinity, and also and I said, what about water? You know, so I did some research, and there was like tons of water. At first, I bought um, the big black bottle of alkaline water at Sam Club, but then later on, just like a month or two, and I bought the Kangen water machine. But however, the Kangen water when I bought, the lady who sold it to me didn't really explain to me like how to clean or how I do. Basically, she just gave me the machine and that was it. So off I go, just doing whatever that I need to do, figure out on my own. So all this time, I assume that I survived. Like I said, I have to change my physical and mental states, and alkaline water helps. And at first, and I was like, okay, so alkaline water helped me. That was my belief, and I truly still believe until today. But recently, I just joined the Kangen Star, but I've been using this machine for the last 6 years, right? I did not join the company just because. First of all, I did not know there is a whole team behind all of this, business. Second of all, my health didn't permit me to do so. So finally, I joined, and when I joined, I found out a lot more things that support cancer. For example, the active hydrogen. I think that the one that helped me a lot, because when I'm going through the process of chemotherapy, it does a lot of damage. It does a lot of damage to my body, even though it's killed a cell, but it's also it has lots of side effects. So when I drink this water, it helps flush it out a lot. So basically, when I take my water and my chemotherapy in the morning, like when I first wake up, I take it right away, and then I leave it in there for about an hour or 2 hours before I eat and drink. Then when I drink alkaline water later on, a little bit later, like 2 or 3 hours later, it flushes out all of the toxins that build up. So it helps with my liver, because when you take medicine by mouth orally, it's going through the liver, and the liver, detoxifies any bad stuff, including medications, and it damages your liver. So this water, it detoxifies. It helps my liver. It helps with the liver function when I do blood tests, and I could see the difference. And I used to have lots of acne as well as a side effect, and this water also helps. So I cannot stress enough about the benefit of the Kangen water. And my entire family, even my daughters, start using it when she was like about 4.5 and 5 years old. So yeah. I have to say that, I mean, this water saved my life.